Good day, class. Welcome to the last session of Demonstrate an Understanding of the Function of the Market Mechanisms in a New Venture. In this session, we will describe the development and significance of markets. Let's start off with looking at international trade as a result of uneven distribution of resources. Uneven distribution of resources is a worldwide dilemma, and it is evident in many parts of the world, especially in the African continent. Attempts to resolve this uneven distribution is an ongoing problem. The Western world's solution of providing resources like food and clothing only makes matters worse. The uneven distribution or resources results in consequences such as human settlement and population distribution, human migration, economic activities, trade, and other factors. We will look at some of these consequences. Let's start off with human settlement and population distribution. People tend to settle and cluster in areas that have the resources they need in order to survive and thrive. The main factors that influence the area where people choose to settle are water, soil, vegetation, climate, and landscape. Not all areas have the same population and same amount of resources, which further contributes to the problem. Human migration refers to people moving to an area with the resources they need or want, leaving behind the areas that lack the resources they seek. The gold rush is one memorable historical event that is a testament of such behavior. Some economic activity is directly linked to specific areas, for instance, farming, fishing, timber processing, and other economic activity may be favored by the climate and specific areas. A great example of this would be the gold mines around Johannesburg. There are other factors. I will not cover them, but I recommend that you go over them later in your free time. Let us move on to socio-economic factors that emphasize the importance of new ventures in South Africa. Socio-economic factors are the social and economic experiences and realities that help shape one's personalities, attitudes, and lifestyle. Some socio-economic factors include income, ethnicity, sense of community, and other factors. Socio-economic factors are a reflection of a region or neighborhood. For example, law enforcement agencies usually relate the factor of poverty with areas that have high crime rates. Some human factors result in environmental change. The change can be global, regional, national, or local level, and differ in nature, but they are normally grouped as demographic, economic and social, science and technology, conflict, and lastly, governance. Policy and institutions are created to reduce the impact of environmental change, but may also drive environmental change and have direct influence on human vulnerability. The South African government has identified a few factors to achieve the Accelerated and Shared Growth Initiative, which aimed for 6% economic growth by 2010 and to halve the poverty and unemployment by 2014. According to framework provided by the Department of Trade and Industry, they focused on 4 key sectors, the first sector being capital, transport equipment, and metals, fabrication sector, the second sector being the automotives and component sector, the third sector being chemicals, plastic fabrication, and pharmaceutical sector, and the last sector being forestry, pulp and paper, and furniture sectors. Unfortunately, the project was a failure, but I recommend that you go through your learner guide in order to learn what the initiative was actually aiming to achieve and the approach that was taken to try and achieve it. We have come to an end of our session and to the end of our unit standard. Please go through your learner guide so you can cover anything that we've missed.